I used to think my print on demand store was failing because I'd try to do everything at once. Design, marketing, fulfillment, you name it. But then I switched to a simpler approach and it completely changed my life. Now I'm going to share with you the exact 3 steps that did it for me so that you can finally turn your store around too. And to help you get on your way to sales like this. So the first step that I did was I stopped working in the weeds. This was doing kind of little tedious tasks along the way. I was so focused on these little tiny minute details thinking that those things mattered. For example, the home screen banner. I spent so much time trying to optimize my home screen and make the perfect banner image. I had like cute call to action buttons on there. And I tried adding different pictures. I tried adding different kind of fluff stuff for some branding, which at the end of the day didn't hurt, but I was focusing on the wrong things, if that makes sense. I thought that these little tiny details throughout the Shopify store were so important. And really that wasn't whatever moved the dial. Like that's not whatever brought me more sales. Maybe it helped slightly, but that wasn't the reason that my sales increased or the reason that people were buying more. Instead, I started thinking of the business from a 10,000 foot view. So think about it when you're on a plane. When we're up in the sky and we're looking down, you can see everything around you. It's very similar to like a king in their kingdom. They're at the top, they're at the watchtower, and they're looking down and they can see all the people. They can see how the city's working. It's very similar like that with business. And we want to be up top. We want to kind of have that bird's eye view over the entire business because that's what's going to keep us moving forward and keep us really thinking ahead of what is going to then take my sales to the next level. So you have to stop working within the weeds and kind of like a little mouse going through the grass. Like that's where I myself got stuck and I see a lot of other people get stuck. They think about these little details and now I can look back, I'm like, that doesn't matter. Like, yes, you can do that, but like that's not going to be the game changer. So that would be the first thing that I would stop doing. I would stop working in the weeds and keep that 10,000 foot view. That way we're making smart decisions based off of data, smart decisions because we can kind of see the future. We can see where things are going and we're not stuck down here trying to like figure stuff out. We're kind of like thinking beyond that. So if that's you, definitely stop working and worrying about those little tiny details and start thinking of the big overall picture. That is going to be something that helps take your store to the next level. The second thing that I'd stop doing is trying to do everything at once. Like I said before, I was trying to do the marketing, the fulfillment, do designs. My head would be spinning and I never got into a good system of actually getting things done for my brand. Making a switch to this type of model where it was kind of going through the phases, which is how we've now set up the We Scale blueprint. Once you go through those phases, you can then kind of like put it behind you and move on to the next thing. And you're not getting stuck on like the merry-go-round of print on demand that so many people get sucked into. It's almost like we'll do some research and then we'll market it and then we'll see what happens and then we'll do some research and we'll keep trying things. Like we almost never fully commit to like a niche or commit to how our store is going to be because we're like, just like, oh, well, if we try a little bit, like maybe we'll figure it out. Instead, it needs to be we build the foundation. We get our mind right. We figure out exactly the first steps of starting a business that we need to do. And then from there, we go into research and we make sure that we're doing solid research. Research shouldn't be something that we're just, taking a few minutes on. It's something that we should spend some time in and really dig into not only like the research that's out there, but the research for ourselves. Because so many of the brands that we see, like what's like the secret? What are you doing? Like, how are you getting these results? So many of them, it's people who they're like, oh, well, I'm just really passionate about this. Like if it's yoga, it's somebody who does yoga 7 days a week, or like they're a yoga teacher. Like they know more about yoga than the everyday person, and they just completely excel when it comes to their print on demand brand. But then once the research is done, it's like, okay, we know we're in a solid niche. We know we have something here. And then we can focus on building and getting everything up to speed as quickly as possible. Build the store so that we can then move on to designs. Make our 100 designs, boom, those are done. Okay, let's get them up in ads and let's see what happens. And then from there, we can start going back. But for so many people, they get stuck in this merry-go-round of like, okay, I did some research. I made 2 designs. I put them on the store and then I marketed them, but nobody bought them. And like, it's almost like we start to think in our mind, we're like, it's not going to work. It can't work. It won't work. And instead, we're not moving forward. We're not making progress. We're taking extreme action in each of these phases and then moving on to the next thing. We're able to clear our mind of all the stuff that we just did, and we can focus on the important thing at this moment. So again, keeping that 10,000 foot view, we are focusing on the biggest thing at that time that's going to move our brand and move our store forward. That is the second step that I did that completely changed the way that I run my business. Now, the third step that completely changed the way that I ran my print-on-demand business was I stopped worrying about the money. Now, I know that this one is a lot easier said than done. There are so many videos out there where people are like, here's how you can do print-on-demand for $0. Here's how you can do this with no money. All those videos are crap. It's going to take some money, period. Like whether it's for a subscription for Printify or it's a subscription for Shopify, like it's going to cost at least $1. Like you may get a 1 month free, but it's going to cost some money. And for so long, I was so focused on every dollar in, I like needed to immediately get it back out. And it wasn't until honestly, Chris sat me down and he was like, Meg, you need to pick a number and you need to be okay with it. Like just completely cut ties with it, emotionally cut it from your life. Like almost as if it was like gambling. It was like, you already knew you weren't getting that $100 back. Like you need to be okay with it. Pick that amount and call it a day. It wasn't until I had that shift in the way that I was thinking about like the money that I was putting into the business that like I felt like I could actually breathe again. And it was like, okay, I've made this investment, and it wasn't a huge investment. I want to say it was probably around $3,000 that I was like, okay, that is the amount that like I am going to put into this and that I'm going to use to make this work. And having that emotional cut from it allowed me to move forward in the business. And I wasn't just focusing on, okay, well, if I get that subscription, that's another $100 that's out. And then, okay, now I'm stuck with like, how am I going to get that $100 back? And that just allowed me to focus on the right things. Because if I was putting in those inputs and I was doing the right things over time, I was going to get that money back. And I look back on it now and like I've been paid back that initial investment 10 times over, like even more. Like, so for somebody who is starting out and you are almost on like a hamster wheel trying to, okay, I put $20 in now, I need to immediately get $20 out. I highly, highly, highly suggest picking a number that you are comfortable with. And again, if you do not have money to put into a business, then you should not be starting this right now. I would save money up that you can then say, okay, I'm good to cut ties with this. And I'm going to emotionally detach myself so that I can actually take the correct steps in making this work, instead of just being a ball of anxiety trying to make all that money back immediately. It's going to be a complete game changer for you. I know that this step is so much easier said than done, but for so many of the students that we have seen in WeScale, the ones who have gotten results so quickly, every single one of them has done this exact step. And they said, I put X amount, and everybody's amount was different. It was what they were comfortable with, but they basically said, I cut emotional ties with it. And I said, I'm going to make this work. And they've all gotten their investment back on it. So that's the third step that I did that completely changed the game for me as far as business goes. So if you're somebody who feels like your print-on-demand store is failing or that you're failing as a print-on-demand seller, I want you to take a step back. I want you to take a deep breath and know that there are answers out there for whatever situation that you are in right now. So many times when I feel overwhelmed, it's really just anxiety and a lack of like direction or knowing what to do next. But Chris and I have helped hundreds and thousands of students to take those steps through the WeScale blueprint. And if you're somebody who's looking for the next steps in the print-on-demand process, then I highly suggest you join our free WeScale school community that's linked in the description below. Here, we host our 31-hour course. We have tons of free resources, as well as like-minded individuals who are all in the same place that you are. They're trying to become entrepreneurs and get their print-on-demand business off the ground. So if you want to get started in print on demand in 2025, then you want to watch this video here where I talk about 3 pieces of honest advice that I wish I had when I was starting out.